Robbie, XPose viewers, so excited to have you back on screen. Thank you very much for meeting with us today.
Thank you very much for having me. Have you been on holiday?
No, this is out of a bottle, but thank you.
Oh, really?
Now I'm going to go as red as my top if you're going to draw attention to it.
Well, it's very good bottle brown.
Thank you.
When you need me, I'll be there for you.
Can I talk about the first single?
Yeah.
Go Gentle. Oh my God, genuinely brought a tear to my eye.
Thank
and I'm
you.
not even a parent, so
Right.
I can't imagine what it's like writing, recording a song like this. Did you find it really emotional?
Intermittently, talking about it gets very difficult. Not every time, thankfully, because I am a gibbering wreck, but I don't want to be perceived as that at all times. There has been bits and pieces on this promotional stuff that I'm doing right now where I've gone, give me a minute. I'm custodian of this most unbelievable angelic little person that's brought so much love, and she's brought so much life. Literally, she's brought so much life into our house. I'm very much in love with my wife, always have been, and we sort of been floating around doing the rock and roll thing, being kind of reckless here and there. But when you have a kid, you kind of they deserve more than that, and she's brought a focus to my life that I've never had. I'm learning that I'm now fully experienced the full range of what it means to be a human, and it feels great.
Yeah, well, fatherhood certainly suits you. Has Theodora listened to the track? Do you play her any of the music? Has she given her verdict?
Yes, when she first heard it, she was sick, but she was doing a lot of throwing up at the time. She's since matured. She likes it a lot. She does a dance. She does a boogie. She does like to. She's got good rhythm, and she does. It's amazing, She doesn't know to dance. She hasn't been told to dance.
Yeah.
She hasn't seen it on the TV. She just does it by herself. It's innate. It's in us. She's a good dancer.
She's a year
Yeah,
and a bit,
she's a
isn't
year.
she?
She's a year and 3 weeks, and she's like a drunk person. I've seen her take 3 steps, and then she remembers what she's doing and she falls down. First year, I'd say tick. We've got a happy kid. She smiles a lot. Smiles in the morning, smiles before she goes to bed, and she's joyous. She's not a problem. So we're winning.
For you.
Let's talk about the album. It's brilliant. I can't believe it's 12 years though since your last Swing album. Does that feel like a whole different age ago, considering all that's happened in those intervening years?
It feels like 5 minutes ago and 20 years ago. It was, and still is, the first music that I fell in love with. When Dad left, he left a load of records. And there were Sarah Vaughan, Ella Fitzgerald, Nat King Cole, Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra, Sammy Davis Jr., etc., etc. So that was my first introduction to music.
You worked with another new dad on the album as well, Michael Bublé, presumably before he had his little boy, was it? Any advice did you give Mickey Bubbles?
Mickey Bubbles, it's unnerving the way we both think. We're 2 peas in a pod. Very, very similar people. I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Mickey Bubbles.
Yeah.
He's a very funny character. He's naturally a very, very funny man. And you can tell that he's a kind person too. And I've met his wife very briefly. She's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they're going to be great mummies and great daddies.
May I ask briefly about the X Factor? Rumours are circulating that you might pop up with Simon Cowell on next year's panel. Can you confirm or deny?
They'd have to, I'd do it for the right money, but, I don't think they could afford me, not in this country.
Will we see you in Ireland? Because as you say, you've literally just toured, so will we get to see you back home?
I dare say that if there is a tour, I shall be there.
Nice.
And I can't promise that there will be.
I don't know if you remember a couple of years ago, I was turning 30, so myself and my gal pals decided to fly to Copenhagen to see Take That. Massive fans.
Not the second night.
Boom.
Oh, sorry about that.
But we were wondering, was it genuinely food poisoning?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
We were like, oh no, they've broken up. There's something else going on here.
No.
Sinister forces of nature at work.
On my baby's head, I had some lobster in a month where you shouldn't eat lobster, and I got really, really, really sick. But then, you know, the hotel decided in its infinite wisdom to protect itself and maybe start a rumour that I'd had a drink. I haven't had a drink in 13 years. It's not the best moment in your life when you're at the stadium and you're telling people that you can't go on. And letting them all down didn't feel great. And there was a lot of angry people, and if I was well enough to have been angry on their behalf, I would have been.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed the album. I can't wait for all your fans to hear Go Gentle as well. Robbie, thank you so much.
Pleasure. God bless. Thanks, darling.